Hello there. I'm so glad you found your way here to this quiet corner of the universe where everything begins to slow down, where the noise of the day can finally drift away like ripples fading on a still lake. Maybe today has been long. Maybe your mind is still wandering somewhere between unfinished thoughts and unspoken worries. But now, you don't need to do anything at all. You've arrived, and that is enough. Take a slow breath in and let it go gently. Feel your chest rise and fall as the weight on your shoulders begins to melt away. Each breath is an invitation to rest, to release, to return to the calm that was always waiting beneath the surface. The world outside can keep turning. For now, this moment belongs only to you. Tonight, we won't count sheep or chase sleep. Instead, we'll drift together through the quiet vastness of the cosmos, where time moves softly and even light takes its time to travel. You don't need to understand every detail. Just listen. Just feel. Because when you listen to the universe in silence, it whispers back not in words, but in rhythm, in stillness, in the gentle hum of being. Imagine lying beneath a sky without edges, no ceilings, no cities, no sound, only the dark, tender arms of space wrapping around you. Above, billions of stars are breathing their light, pulsing slowly, each one a heartbeat from a time long before you were born. That light has traveled millions of years just to meet you here, in this very second. You're not small beneath it. You are part of it. The calcium in your bones, the carbon that shapes your skin, the oxygen filling your lungs, all were forged in ancient stars. You are not separate from the universe. You are its way of knowing itself. When you breathe, the cosmos breathes through you. When you rest, it rests with you. So let yourself soften. Let your eyes grow heavy if they wish to. You don't need to push away your thoughts. Just watch them pass like slow-moving clouds across a night sky. No matter where you are, no matter how your day unfolded, the universe is patient. It asks for nothing. It simply holds you here in quiet understanding. The stars are still burning, galaxies are still spinning, and you can simply rest. You're a single note in the great symphony of existence, and tonight, your melody is peace. Let every exhale be a gentle release, and every inhale a soft wave of calm returning to you. The universe isn't far away. It lives within every atom, every breath you take. In this moment, as you listen, you are expanding right along with it, slowly, silently, beautifully. You don't have to reach for it or make sense of it. Just let its quiet wonder fill you the way starlight fills the dark. Now imagine yourself drifting weightless, timeless, floating through the soft, black sea of space. There's no up or down, no rush, no fear, only stillness, only light. You're safe here, wrapped in the rhythm of everything that ever was and ever will be. Let your body melt into the bed beneath you. Let your mind open like a night sky. And if sleep begins to arrive, let it. Don't chase it. Don't resist it. Just allow it to unfold, gentle as the glow of a distant star. Because in this silence, you're hearing something sacred, the quiet truth that you belong to the earth beneath you, to the stars above you, to the endless breathing universe all around and within you. So breathe softly now. The universe is breathing with you. Everything is in motion, yet here in this moment, all is still. You are safe. You are home, and you can rest now, calm as the night, deep as the cosmos, warm as the light of a star that has finally found its way to you. Before stars were born, before galaxies began to spin, the universe was a sea of light so thick it could not move. It wasn't darkness nor emptiness, it was brightness, without form, heat, without direction. Imagine a time when the cosmos was still young, only a few moments after its first breath. Everything, every atom, every particle, every shimmer of energy was pressed together, sharing the same rhythm, the same heartbeat. In that ancient ocean, light could not travel freely. Every photon, every particle of light was trapped, scattering endlessly between charged particles of matter. Space itself was glowing, but no light could escape. It was as if the universe was wrapped in a cocoon of brilliance, a luminous fog so thick that nothing could be seen, yet everything was shining. It was a brightness so pure, it had weight light so dense, it could almost be touched. If you could have stood there, if such a thing were possible, you wouldn't have seen stars, or planets, or sky. You would have been surrounded by fire, not like flames, but a warm, glowing energy that pulsed in every direction. It wasn't chaotic, it wasn't loud, it was balance, perfect, silent radiance, filling every inch of existence. A harmony of light and matter bound together in an embrace so complete that neither could live apart. And yet, even that moment would not last. The universe, still in its infancy, began to breathe outward. Every expansion cooled it just a little. Every second softened the pressure, loosened the bonds that held light captive. Slowly, as space stretched, the dense fog began to thin. Photons, those tiny travelers, started to find room to move. The great ocean of fire became a vast, translucent glow. That glow, once blinding and heavy, began its long journey. For the first time, light was free, no longer trapped, no longer bound to the matter it had danced with. Since the beginning, it began to wander through the universe, carrying with it the memory of that first warmth, that first perfect stillness. And though billions of years have passed, that same ancient light is still here. It's not visible to your eyes anymore. It has cooled, stretched, and softened with time. What was once fierce brightness has now become a whisper, the cosmic microwave background, the oldest light in the universe. It fills every corner of space, surrounding galaxies, drifting quietly through your body at this very moment. It's the soft echo of creation, an invisible blanket that wraps around all that exists. Imagine that for a moment. You are lying beneath that same light. Every night when darkness settles around you, it isn't truly dark. The air, the room, even the space between atoms, all of it is gently glowing with ancient warmth. The universe never truly lost its light. It only learned to rest it more softly. This faint glow is everywhere in every direction you look. No matter where you are on Earth, in a city in the mountains, or under an open sky, that ancient light is touching you. It has been traveling for nearly 14 billion years, crossing the entire history of time just to reach this instant. You don't need to see it to feel it. It's here, brushing against your skin, like a breath too soft to notice. That light is the memory of the universe itself, the first lullaby ever sung. Every wave of it carries the story of what once was the dense glowing beginning, the gentle cooling, the endless expansion. It hums quietly through space, like a reminder that everything born from heat and chaos can find calm again, that even the brightest fires fade into peace. Now close your eyes for a moment and imagine drifting within that ancient radiance. There is no noise, no shape, No direction, only a slow golden glow. You are floating in the first light that ever existed, the same light that became the stars, the same light that now finds its way back to you through time. It isn't cold nor hot, it simply is. Breathe in and think of that light entering you, passing softly through the way it has passed, through everything since the beginning. Breathe out and let it go again, as if returning it to the vastness it came from. You are part of the same cycle that began then and continues now. Matter, light, warmth, release. The universe is breathing, and so are you. Somewhere far away, that glow still hums in microwave tones, a soft, invisible chorus that has never stopped singing. Scientists can measure it, map it, see its delicate variations, but what they are really seeing is time itself made visible. You don't need the instruments to feel its presence. Your very existence is proof of it. You are made from the light that once filled all space. So, when you look into the night and see the stars glitter faintly, remember beneath their light, and even beneath the shadows, there is still another kind of brightness, quiet, patient, eternal, the oldest light of all, still cradling you, still holding the memory of when everything began. You are wrapped in it right now, this ancient warmth, stretched thin across the cosmos. Let that thought settle in your mind like a soft weight upon your heart. Let it remind you that you've never been alone, not even for a moment. From the beginning of time, light has been beside you, sometimes fierce, sometimes faint, but always there. So tonight, as you drift into sleep, know that you are lying beneath the same light that first filled the universe. It surrounds you, flows through you, and hums quietly in the background of existence. Close your eyes and rest in its gentle glow, that invisible blanket of ancient fire still here, still warm, still singing softly to you from the dawn of everything. In the very first instant, before time could even take its first step, something quiet and extraordinary happened. The universe, smaller than a grain of dust, lighter than a thought, took a single breath and began to expand. It wasn't a sound, not an explosion, not the chaos we often imagine, but a silent bloom. In less than a heartbeat, space itself, unfolded faster than light, could chase it, stretching smooth and vast in every direction. Imagine it not as fire or fury, but as a soft, glowing ripple spreading through the stillness, a cosmic garden waking up after an eternal sleep. Every fold of space stretched open, every point pulling away from every other point, creating room, gentle, infinite room, for everything that would one day exist. Galaxies, stars, planets, and even the quiet air you breathe tonight all began from that moment of expansion. It's strange to think that all of existence was once smaller than a single point, a place without edges, without distance, where everything that would ever be was held in silence. And then suddenly, it breathed outward. Like a soap bubble catching light, it swelled smooth and round into a universe. No one pushed it. No one pulled. It simply grew, as if it had always meant to. If you close your eyes, you can almost imagine it, a bubble of space, warm and radiant, expanding into the dark sea of possibility. Not rushing, not violent, but steady, soft, inevitable. In that first instant, what we call inflation was not a storm, but a stillness in motion, the universe becoming itself. As space stretched, energy spread thin, cooling just enough for the first patterns to form tiny ripples in the fabric of creation, invisible seeds that would one day bloom into galaxies. Every atom in your body traces back to those ripples. Every heartbeat is timed to the rhythm of that first expansion. You are not watching history from the outside, you are part of its unfolding. The light that filled the early universe began its long journey, then weaving through expanding space. What began as blinding brightness softened, slowed, and dimmed until, billions of years later, it arrived here faint, ancient, and kind. You feel it now, not as light, but as warmth in your chest, as breath in your lungs. The echo of the first second still hums gently through everything. When scientists speak of cosmic inflation, they mean that the universe grew faster than even light could keep up. But don't imagine it racing. Imagine instead a quiet unfolding, space expanding like the petals of an endless flower, smooth and serene beyond sound and thought. There was no edge, no outside, to reach only more of itself appearing endlessly. And maybe, just maybe, that expansion never truly stopped. Some say it continues still in distant corners of the cosmos, where other universes might be blooming softly and unseen. Tiny bubbles of creation drifting outward in an ocean without shore, each one carrying its own stars, its own light, its own quiet story. We may never see them, never touch them, but the thought itself is comforting that reality could be vaster than we could ever measure, and still so gentle. Somewhere beyond the veil of what we can know, new worlds might be forming right now, expanding silently, like breath across the dark. It's humbling, isn't it, to think that our entire universe, every mountain, every ocean, every spark of life, could be just one shimmering bubble among countless others, floating together in the vastness, each unaware of the rest, yet all part of the same infinite field. If you listen closely, you can almost feel that endlessness. It's not frightening, it's soothing, because in such immensity, there is peace. The same calm that spread through that first expansion still lingers in the air tonight. The same stillness that guided the unfolding of the cosmos now lives quietly inside you. When you breathe in the memory of creation. When you exhale, you join the rhythm of its continuing growth. The expansion never really ended, it just slowed, softened, and became the quiet pulse of life. So let yourself drift for a moment, imagining the universe not as distant stars, but as something close, familiar, like the rise and fall of your own breath. Each inhale, a tiny echo of that first inflation. Each exhale, the soft surrender of space stretching open once more. You're breathing with the cosmos itself. And as you rest, imagine the universe around you as it was a delicate, glowing bubble, expanding in perfect silence. No edges, no noise, just light becoming space, becoming time, becoming everything. Perhaps even now, new bubbles are forming, somewhere out there, expanding with the same quiet grace. You may never see them. You don't have to. Their existence alone is enough to remind you that creation is still happening, not in bursts of sound, but in soft, unseen ripples that never cease. So, as the night deepens and your body grows heavier, let that image linger in your mind, a universe blooming endlessly and peacefully. You are part of that bloom, carried by the same invisible motion that began when time was a single breath old. Somewhere far beyond what eyes can reach, space is still stretching smooth as silk, gentle as a sigh. New universes may be born there, rising like bubbles through a quiet sea. And just like them, you too are expanding softly, silently, into rest. The cosmos keeps unfolding one breath at a time. So breathe now, slowly, calmly. Feel the stillness between heartbeats, the quiet between thoughts. Somewhere out there, light is still stretching into the dark, and here within you the same peace endures the quiet memory of the first second when the universe began, not with a roar, but with a whisper that still carries through time. Expand, soften, and simply be. Long before the first stars flickered to life, before galaxies began their slow spiral dance, the universe held its breath in darkness, not the emptiness we imagine, but a deep, glowing stillness filled with invisible potential. In that young, expanding sea of light and energy, something extraordinary may have formed tiny black holes, born not from dying stars, but from the raw pressure and unevenness of creation itself. They are called primordial black holes, and if they truly exist, they are older than light itself. Imagine them as small, silent pearls drifting through the newborn cosmos, dense beyond comprehension, yet utterly calm. Some could have been as small as mountains, some no larger than a grain of sand, yet each carried within it the memory of the first heartbeat of time. These ancient travelers did not blaze or burn. They did not shine like stars or glow like galaxies. They simply were pockets of gravity, so intense that even the first light could not escape. They moved quietly through the early universe, invisible, serene, as if carrying the secret of creation inside them. Close your eyes for a moment and picture them tiny black jewels suspended in a sea of golden radiation. Around them, light rushed and scattered, but their surfaces reflected nothing. They were the first shadows cast in a world made entirely of brightness, the first calm in the storm of expansion. In those silent depths, gravity gathered everything that dared to come too close. And while the rest of the universe stretched outward, cooling and growing more delicate, these small relics of the beginning remained untouched, dark anchors in a sea of light. They drifted timeless through space that was still learning how to exist. Perhaps some of them still drift even now. Perhaps between the stars, beyond the reach of our telescopes, countless ancient black holes continue to move, invisible and patient. They do not destroy. They do not rage. They simply float, as they always have, through the soft fabric of the cosmos, each one a silent witness, each one carrying within it the memory of the moment when the universe was still new. To think that there could be relics older than the stars themselves, older than light, older than time, as we know it, is both humbling and strangely comforting. They are not monsters, as we often imagine black holes to be. They are remnants, quiet, enduring, perfect in their stillness. Each one holds a story that no eye can see, no telescope can read. They are the unspoken pages of the universe's earliest chapters, written not in ink, but in gravity. If you could drift through the cosmos now, through the vast and silent dark, you might pass near one of them. You wouldn't see it, but you might feel a faint pull, a subtle bending of space. And if you could listen closely enough, you might hear nothing, a silence so deep it becomes its own kind of music. These primordial black holes, if they truly exist, are not just astronomical curiosities. They are echoes, the fossilized gravity of the Big Bang. When the universe was only a fraction of a second, old tiny ripples in its density caused some regions to collapse inward, forming these black seeds. Everything else expanded, but these stayed behind, keeping their secrets. And through billions of years, through the birth of stars, the rise of galaxies, the long cooling of space, they have remained unchanged, still gliding, still waiting, still carrying that moment of beginning inside them. They are not gone. They are simply hidden, scattered like invisible pearls across the dark ocean of the cosmos. Some scientists believe that these quiet wanderers might even make up the mysterious dark matter, the invisible mass that shapes galaxies and holds the universe together. If so, then these small black relics are everywhere, flowing through space like a gentle current, unseen but essential. They may even drift through you and me, through Earth itself, without leaving a trace. Imagine that for a moment, as you lie still breathing softly, a tiny fragment of the universe's first second could be passing through you, now silent and weightless, a whisper of gravity from the dawn of time. You wouldn't feel it, but it would be there, a thread of the cosmos woven through your being. It's beautiful to think that something so ancient and so dark could coexist with so much light. That in a universe filled with stars, there are still places where silence holds sway. These black holes are not the end of things, but the memory of beginnings, the way the universe remembers its own birth. As you drift closer to sleep, think of them not as voids, but as keepers of peace, the calm between pulses, the quiet between stars. They move slowly, endlessly, with no need to shine, no rush to reach anywhere. They remind us that not everything that exists must be bright or loud to be meaningful. Somewhere beyond the stars, you can see one of these ancient gems might be gliding right now, untouched, unseen, carrying a fragment of the universe's first light within its shadow. And as you breathe, slow, steady, soft, remember that you too are made from that same story. You are built from the echoes of that beginning, from the same matter that danced around those first black holes. The same light that once surrounded them now rests in your bones. So tonight, let yourself drift with them. Float through that quiet sea of creation. Feel the peace of being part of something vast and eternal. There is no need to understand it, only to feel its rhythm, slow and endless. The primordial black holes are still out there, carrying the weight of the first moment, shining invisibly in the dark. And here you are, a part of that same story, breathing softly beneath the same ancient sky. Let that thought cradle you. Let it wrap around you like a soft shadow, deep and still. The past is not gone. It is humming quietly everywhere, in light, in air, in you. The universe remembers. And tonight, as you fall asleep, it remembers through you. Close your eyes for a moment and listen. You can almost feel the rhythm of time moving through you, soft, even steady. Each second passes with quiet precision. Each heartbeat follows another like footsteps on a calm shore. To us, time feels simple, a river flowing in one direction, smooth and constant. But it was not always this way. Long ago, in the first moments of the universe, time itself was a stranger. It did not flow the way it does now. It didn't tick or move or stretch in the way we know. It shifted, folded, trembled, bending and slowing with every pulse of energy. The young universe was too wild, too bright, too full of heat for time to find its rhythm. In that ancient radiant chaos, everything space, matter, light, and time was woven together inseparable. Each was tugged and shaped by the other, twisting and curling in patterns beyond our senses. Where energy burned too fiercely, time itself stretched thin. Where gravity pressed hard, it slowed to a whisper. The universe did not yet know what a second meant. It only knew the trembling pulse of becoming. Imagine standing within that first second, though there was no ground, no sound, no before to stand in. All around you, the air would not yet exist. The stars had not yet lit their fires. There was only light and energy swirling in a cosmic dance, where every motion changed the rhythm of time. Seconds were not born equal. There some flowed swiftly, others lingered thick and heavy, like honey in the sun. Here on earth we live by clocks. We measure our days, divide our years, trace the turning of our planet around the sun. But in the earliest universe, time could not be divided or tamed. It was more like a current, unpredictable, shifting, flowing in ways that no measure could hold. Think of time then as water, not rushing, but gliding calm in one place, rippling in another. In those first bright moments, the universe was not a ticking clock, but a living ocean of motion, breathing and expanding, still learning how to flow. There was no past, no future, only an unfolding, now that stretched wider with every breath of creation. Even now, time is not as steady as we imagine. It bends near stars and slows near black holes. It stretches when space expands and ripples, when gravity waves pass through. Every heartbeat you feel, every second that drifts by, moves differently, depending on where you are in the universe. To the cosmos, time is not a straight line. It is a landscape rising and falling, like waves upon an endless sea. When Einstein showed us that space and time are woven together, he revealed something both astonishing and deeply gentle, that time can breathe. It can stretch, relax, and fold, just as the universe itself does. In moments of immense energy, it slows. In stillness, it opens. Time listens to the weight of the world and the quiet of its motion. Now, imagine that in the first instant after the beginning, energy was so intense that time could barely move. Each moment lingered suspended, as if the universe were holding its breath. The density, the light, the pressure, all bent the flow of time until it no longer felt like movement at all, but like stillness so deep it shimmered. To us, a second feels fleeting, but to the early universe, a single second was vast, immense, filled with the labor of becoming everything. In that one breath, laws of physics were born, particles emerged, light broke free, and the seeds of galaxies took root. A single heartbeat of time contained the story of eternity. When you think of that, even your own heartbeat begins to feel connected to it, as if each pulse in your chest were an echo of the universe's first rhythm. Time is not something outside of you. It moves through you, flows with you, and changes with you. You are made from it, shaped by it, and you return to it with every breath you take. So, as you rest now, let yourself feel that connection. The same softness that slowed the first moment still surrounds you. The same stillness that let time take its first breath lives within you now. You are not separate from the universe's rhythm. You are one note within its endless song. Somewhere out there, light from the earliest time is still traveling, carrying within it the memory of when time was uneven, when every motion mattered. That light brushes against you, even now faint and kind, reminding you that time is not rigid, it's gentle, patient, alive. And maybe, just maybe, the beginning wasn't really a beginning at all. Maybe it was simply a moment of deep stillness, a quiet inhale before the first exhale of existence, not a spark of chaos, but a sigh of creation. Perhaps the universe never started with a bang, but with a breath, a soft, timeless pause, and then a slow, endless unfolding. So breathe now slowly, like the universe once did. Let each inhale remind you that time is alive within you. Let each exhale remind you that there is no need to hurry. You are part of the same calm expansion, the same gentle rhythm that has been flowing since that first deep breath. And as you drift towards sleep, remember in the beginning, time did not rush forward. It floated weightless and quiet through light too brilliant to see. It learned to flow, the way rivers learn to sing, the way hearts learn to beat. So perhaps the beginning was never really a start, but simply the first breath of the cosmos, slow, infinite inhale that still continues softly through every one of us. If you could drift far enough from everything past the stars, past the glowing spirals of galaxies, past even the clusters that bind them together, you would see something breathtaking. The universe, in its grandest scale, isn't empty at all. It's a vast and delicate pattern, a shimmering lace woven from light and gravity. From that distant view space looks alive, a soft fabric stretched across infinity, glowing with threads of starlight. Galaxies form along these threads like pearls strung upon invisible strings, connecting one to another in endless, intricate designs. Between them, dark voids yawn, wide, silent, and deep, balancing the brilliance with stillness. If you could float there motionless in the quiet between clusters, you might see the great walls of galaxies, vast sheets of light bending through space. These are the largest structures. We know each one a congregation of countless galaxies, each galaxy home to billions of stars, and perhaps to worlds that dream as we do. The cosmic web is not chaotic. It moves with a rhythm, slow and patient, like the breathing of the universe itself. Expansion and gravity pull gently against each other, a quiet tug of war that gives space its form, its grace, its steady pulse. Through that silent balance, the universe grows, stretches, and exhales. It's strange to think of something so enormous as gentle, yet that's exactly what it is. The great clusters drift apart, not with violence, but with calm determination. Each filament of galaxies stretches thinner, softer, like silk threads pulled between invisible hands. The voids expand too, deepening the contrast as if the universe were exhaling into stillness. And if you listen closely, not with your ears, but with your imagination, you can almost hear that rhythm. Not a sound, but a feeling, the pulse of existence itself. Galaxies moving as one vast organism, breathing in unison across billions of light years. Scientists call it the large-scale structure of the universe. But that phrase feels too small, too mechanical for something so quietly beautiful. To look upon it is to see time and space, entwined light tracing the invisible paths of dark matter, gravity painting its own masterpiece. Imagine this web as a cosmic forest seen from above, luminous branches of galaxies spreading through the void, meeting and parting like rivers of light. Where the filaments cross clusters, bloom bright knots of creation. where stars are born live and die in endless cycles. Each intersection hums softly with the energy of billions of suns. Yet from afar, it all feels serene. The space between these threads, the dark regions we call voids, isn't nothing. It's the universe taking a breath. These vast silent expanses give balance to all the light. They are the pauses in the universe's heartbeat, the stillness between the notes of its eternal song. You might wonder how something so vast could feel so peaceful. But peace is often the sound of balance, and the cosmic web is balance made visible. The same forces that pull stars into clusters also stretch space outward, creating harmony on scales we can barely imagine. It is motion without hurry, expansion without chaos, creation without noise. If you could glide slowly through one of these glowing filaments, the galaxies would appear like lanterns floating in an endless mist, each one turning softly in its own time, sending light outward into the quiet. The deeper you drift, the more you would see clusters becoming walls, bending into threads flowing endlessly into the dark. It would feel like drifting through the fabric of a dream. And maybe that's what it is, a cosmic dream unfolding across eternity. A dream of connection, of patterns too large for eyes to see all at once. You are part of that dream. The atoms in your body, the light that reaches your eyes, the rhythm of your breath, all of it was shaped by this same web, this same cosmic dance. Even now, as you lie still, the universe continues to move. Galaxies drift apart, stars burn quietly, light travels across unimaginable distances, yet nothing feels rushed. The expansion of space happens softly, like a sigh that never ends. You too are breathing in that rhythm, part of the same pulse that carries every particle, every star, every thought. If you could place your hand upon the night sky, it would be like touching the fabric of that web, delicate, living infinite. The faint glow of galaxies is not distant light, but the whisper of your own origins. You are stitched into that lace, a single luminous thread in the vast embroidery of space. So let that image settle in your mind. The universe as a shimmering tapestry, woven from the light of countless suns, a lace of creation stretching endlessly in every direction, balanced between presence and absence, brightness and dark. As you drift toward sleep, imagine yourself floating within that pattern. You are surrounded by light, by silence, by gentle motion that has no beginning and no end. You are safe here, held in the breath of the universe. Each exhale you take mirrors the expansion of galaxies. Each inhale gathers the stars a little closer in your mind. The rhythm of the cosmos and the rhythm of your heart are not so different. Both are waves in the same sea, slow, patient, eternal. So rest now in the calm between the stars. Let the image of that glowing web cradle you, vast but tender, silent but alive. The universe is breathing all around you, and you are breathing with it. And as you fall asleep, remember this: if you could see it from afar, you would find yourself there too, a tiny point of light in the grand lace of existence, glowing softly forever, part of the universe's gentle, endless breath. Right now, as you lie still beneath the quiet ceiling of night, something remarkable is happening. A soft, invisible tide is passing through you. Not air, not light, not sound, but something far gentler. Trillions of tiny particles are moving through your body every second. Silent, weightless, unstoppable. They are called neutrinos. and they have been traveling since the dawn of time. You don't feel them, and you never will. They do not touch, do not slow, do not disturb even the smallest cell within you. They simply pass like whispers through glass, like a faint breeze that doesn't stir a single hair. Yet these fleeting visitors carry with them the oldest stories the universe knows. Every neutrino is a messenger from the beginning. Some were born in the fiery hearts of stars, others in the violent dance of supernovae. But the oldest of all came from the very first second after the Big Bang. They have been traveling through space for over 13 billion years, never stopping, never resting, moving through everything that has ever existed. And so, at this moment, those ancient travelers are drifting through you, through your hands, your heart, your bones. You are not separate from them. You are part of the stream they flow through. You are floating in an invisible ocean of motion where every drop is a trace of the universe's first breath. If you could somehow see them, the space around you would glow a soft, endless shimmer of movement. Every inch of air, every part of your body, every corner of your room would be filled with their passing. They do not scatter or collide like dust. They glide smooth and silent through everything, through Earth itself, through oceans and stars, through time. It's strange to think that something so intangible could be so abundant. Every second, about 100 trillion neutrinos from the sun alone move through you. And yet your body remains still, untouched, unaware. They are the purest travelers, untethered, unseen, perfectly free. Close your eyes and imagine them now. Tiny ghosts of light born from the first moments of creation, flowing endlessly through you. They come not to disturb, but to remind that you are not solid in the way you think. You are open to the universe, woven into its motion, breathing not just air, but the memory of stars. They move in waves that never stop, through the ground beneath you, through the sky above, through your heartbeat and your breath. Some of them were born in the first second of the cosmos, when energy and matter were still finding balance, when time itself was only beginning to move. Those first neutrinos have never faded. They still travel endlessly across the vastness of space, passing through planets and galaxies as easily as wind through fog. And now, here they are passing through you. You are lying within their current part of a river that began at the birth of everything. There is something comforting about that, isn't there? To know that you are not separate from the beginning, but still connected to it through these invisible threads of motion. If you listen closely, not with your ears, but with your imagination, you might almost hear them, a soundless hum, the quiet breath of the cosmos as it flows through and around you. You are not standing still in the universe. The universe is flowing through you constantly, softly, like a river through open hands. These neutrinos are time itself, made gentle. They carry the echo of creation, yet they move as peacefully as sleep. You can think of them as the oldest travelers in existence, never stopping, never aging, simply moving through everything, everywhere, forever. In this moment, you are surrounded by their presence, bathed in the same invisible light that has touched every corner of the cosmos. Every mountain, every star, every living being has been brushed by these same ancient particles. They bind us all together, the living and the dead, the near and the distant, through the quiet, endless motion of their journey. As you breathe slowly, imagine yourself floating within that stream. Each inhale draws in the stillness of the cosmos. Each exhale releases it back into the flow. You are both the shore and the current, both the receiver and the giver of this ancient rhythm. In this way, you are older than you can imagine, older than the earth, older than the stars that light the night, the atoms of your body and the neutrinos that pass through them were both born in that same cosmic beginning, different forms of the same story still unfolding. So, as you rest, let yourself feel that connection, that soft, eternal drift of particles moving through the night. There is no edge to it, no boundary, no sound, only the endless peaceful motion of time's first breath, still flowing, still singing quietly to itself. You are not alone in your stillness. You are part of this slow, invisible river, one that began long before you were born and will continue long after the stars have dimmed. You are floating in it, surrounded by its calm, carried by its rhythm. So, breathe softly as they do. Feel the quiet passing through you, not as intrusion, but as belonging. Because right now, this very second, you are being touched by the oldest light, the oldest motion, the oldest whisper of existence. You are lying in the heart of time itself, resting among streams that began at the dawn of creation. And perhaps as you drift toward sleep, you'll feel it, the faint, weightless breeze of the universe passing through you, a reminder that everything moves, everything connects, and everything, even you, is part of that gentle, endless flow. You are resting in the river of the cosmos. You are drifting with the neutrinos, the invisible breath of the universe. And tonight, as you fall asleep, remember this: you are lying among the oldest currents of time, quiet and eternal, still flowing softly through you, far beyond the reach of our eyes, beyond the glowing clusters of galaxies and the thin threads of cosmic light. Something vast is moving. Entire clusters, great islands of stars stretching across hundreds of millions of light years, are drifting together in one mysterious direction, as if the universe itself is being gently pulled by an unseen hand. Astronomers call this strange phenomenon the dark flow. It isn't a storm or a wind in the ordinary sense, but a motion quiet, steady, and inexplicable. Every galaxy, every cluster seems to be carried along, like leaves upon a current we cannot see. It's as though the universe, so wide and free, is slowly gliding toward something beyond the edge of our understanding. No one knows what causes it. Perhaps it is the echo of something from before our universe began, or maybe the pull of distant realms beyond our cosmic horizon, places we can never see yet, that still reach for us through the fabric of space. Whatever it is, the motion is real. We can't see the hand, but we can feel its touch, the way you can feel the wind on your skin, though the air itself is invisible. Imagine floating among the galaxies, watching them glide together, vast rivers of light, moving silently through the dark. Each cluster, a city of stars, each star, a home to countless worlds. From far away, they all seem to drift in unison, their motion subtle but purposeful, like dancers, moving to a rhythm too deep for us to hear. If you could stand still in the middle of that cosmic sea, you might sense it, the slow tug of gravity's invisible tide. It would not shake or pull. It would simply guide, a softness in the motion of space, itself a direction that everything seems to follow, even if no one knows why. The universe, it seems, remember something we do not, and perhaps that is what makes it so beautiful. Even the galaxies, colossal and ancient, are not truly still. They too are carried along by forces they cannot see. Just like us, just like the way we move through time feeling the passage, but never quite touching it. Dark flow is not about chaos or speed. It is about quiet surrender, the acceptance that there are things beyond our vision that still shape our journey. Entire clusters of galaxies are being drawn by something that lies outside the observable universe, something we cannot measure or name. Yet their movement tells us that it's there, that something unseen and vast is whispering through the cosmic dark. Picture it now, a map of the universe filled with filaments of galaxies glowing faintly like veins of gold. Between them, the blackness stretches endlessly, but within that blackness, motion stirs a slow, patient drift. The galaxies move not at random, but with direction, as though space itself were breathing, drawing everything toward some distant, unreachable horizon. It's humbling, isn't it? To realize that even on the grandest scale imaginable, the universe still moves as one body. Every star, every cluster, every particle of dust, all carried in the same invisible current. The same quiet flow that has been moving since time began. You can think of it as a wind not of air, but of gravity, not something you can feel upon your skin, but within your being. The galaxies cannot resist it. They do not fight. They drift softly, following where the invisible current leads. And just like them, you too are carried by the unseen forces of time, by the slow turning of the earth, by the quiet motion of the cosmos itself. If you lie still now, you might almost feel it, the tiniest hint of movement beneath everything, a slow exhale that never ends. The space around you, the atoms in your body, all expanding gently, all flowing outward with the rest of the universe. You are floating always, though it feels like you are still. Dark flow reminds us of that we are part of something vast, something beyond the edges of our comprehension. We can't see it, but we can sense it the way we sense calm in still water or warmth in sunlight. The galaxies may not know where they are going, but they move together, following an ancient rhythm written into the bones of space. And perhaps in some way, that rhythm lives within us too. Every breath you take is part of that same universal current. In out slow, infinite, the universe expands, and you breathe with it. The galaxies drift, and your heartbeat echoes their rhythm. You are not separate from this motion. You are within it, carried effortlessly through the quiet tide of existence. As you drift towards sleep, imagine yourself lying among the stars, feeling the slow, unseen pull that guides them. You don't need to know where it leads. You only need to trust the stillness of it, that it is gentle, eternal, and sure. Perhaps somewhere beyond what we can see, there are other universes, other spaces, pulling softly at ours. Perhaps the dark flow is not a mystery to fear, but a lullaby, a reminder that motion never ends, that everything continues flowing quietly towards something beyond sight, beyond sound, beyond time. So rest and let yourself be carried. The same invisible forces that move galaxies also cradle you now. You are not standing still. You are drifting slowly, softly with the current of the cosmos. You can't see it. You can't hold it, but you can feel it the way you feel the wind without seeing the air. The dark flow moves through you and around you as it does through everything. It is the breath of the universe patient, silent, and eternal. And as you close your eyes, remember this: you're not apart from that motion. You are part of the great invisible drift, one small luminous being carried on the endless, unseen breath of the cosmos. If you look into the night sky and imagine drifting far from every star, every galaxy, you might think of space as empty, a great silent void stretching endlessly in all directions. But the truth is softer, more mysterious. The vacuum of space is not truly empty. Even in its stillness, it hums. Even in its darkness, it dances. Everywhere you look, even between the smallest particles, even in the spaces where nothing seems to be, the universe is alive with tiny ripples of existence. The quantum field, invisible yet eternal, stirs quietly beneath everything. It never rests. It vibrates, fluctuates, and shimmers with faint waves of possibility. What seems like nothing is in truth everything waiting to become. Imagine holding out your hand in the dark, the space between your fingers, the air that feels empty. Even there, the vacuum breathes. It's filled with ghost-like particles, appearing and vanishing in a heartbeat energy, flickering in and out of existence, like a rhythm too fast to see. Physicists call it quantum foam, but you can think of it as the breath of being itself, the smallest heartbeat of the cosmos. Even the calmest silence in the universe isn't still. Deep within the fabric of space, these fluctuations never stop, like gentle ripples spreading across an unseen ocean. They are so small, so quiet, that even light itself passes through without noticing. Yet together, they fill all of space with a soft background hum, the eternal whisper of creation still ongoing. If you could listen closely enough, perhaps you'd hear it, a faint, endless murmur beneath the quiet of everything. Not sound, but presence, the pulse of existence itself, trembling softly in every direction. It is what keeps the stars burning, what gives rise to particles, what holds the universe together, even when it appears to be alone. This invisible energy, sometimes called the zero-point energy, is a reminder that emptiness is an illusion. The vacuum is not a void, but a cradle holding all things that ever were and all that will ever be. From this restless stillness, every atom, every star, every moment of life is born. Even you. Think of it for a moment, that the same emptiness between galaxies also fills the spaces between the atoms in your body. You are woven from this same quiet fabric of energy, made from fluctuations that never stop moving. The stillness within you, the pauses between your breaths are not truly empty. They shimmer with unseen life, just like the vacuum of space. There is a kind of peace in that thought, isn't there, to know that even nothingness is full, that the universe never leaves a space truly blank. Even when it rests, it hums. Even when it falls silent, it listens. And maybe that's true for you too. On nights when you feel hollow or quiet, when your mind feels like a vast empty sky, perhaps you are not truly empty. Perhaps, like the universe, you are simply full of things not yet seen, quiet thoughts still forming new light, still gathering the courage to shine. The universe teaches us this in whispers, that stillness is never nothing, that even in the moments when everything seems to stop, motion continues beneath the surface. The void, like your heart, is never truly void. It only looks that way from afar. If you close your eyes now, imagine the emptiness around you, not as cold or vacant, but as warm, softly alive. Each moment of silence holds invisible ripples. Each breath carries traces of an unseen world. The space between stars, between atoms, between your thoughts, all of it vibrates gently with the same quiet energy. You are surrounded by it, immersed in it, made of it. Every second, those tiny quantum ripples pass through you, touching every cell, reminding your body that even in stillness, there is life. You are never truly apart from the universe. You are a wave within its sea, a flicker in its endless light. Let that thought settle. Let it move through you like a calm tide. You don't have to understand it. Just feel it. The same invisible energy that fills the vacuum fills you too. You are part of that living silence, that quiet field of potential that stretches from one end of existence to the other. If space can hum with invisible life, then perhaps emptiness is never something to fear. Perhaps it's the most sacred thing. There is a reminder that creation begins in quiet, and that all things are born from stillness. When you breathe, you are stirring that same field. Your inhale, a small ripple in the great ocean of space. Your exhale, soft return to it. You are not separate from the vacuum. You are the vacuum, alive and aware, learning to see itself. So when you feel empty, remember this emptiness is not absence, it is potential. It is the space where new things can begin. It is how the universe makes room for light. Even the vast void between galaxies is filled with invisible waves, dancing softly through the dark. And you, resting quietly now, are surrounded by that same dance. You are held within it, glowing faintly with the same quiet energy that fills all of space. Let that comfort you. Let it rock you gently like a tide that never ends. You are part of a universe that is never truly empty, never truly still. Even now, as you drift towards sleep space, itself hums around you, within you a soft reminder that everything, even the quiet, is alive. And as you breathe slowly, feeling that invisible fullness settle over you, remember, even in silence, there is song. Even in stillness, there is motion. And even in emptiness, especially in emptiness, there is life. If you could close your eyes and see back in time far beyond the stars and galaxies, you would find yourself surrounded by a faint, endless glow. Not bright, not burning, but soft, like the afterglow of something that once shone with all its might. That glow is the cosmic microwave background, the oldest light in existence, a whisper left over from the dawn of the universe. It fills the entire sky, though our eyes cannot see it. It is the quiet background against which everything else exists. Every star, every planet, every breath you take. And if you could look closely enough into that ancient light, you'd notice something delicate hidden within it. Tiny ripples, faint as the softest sigh. They are not random. They are the first fingerprints of structure, the small imperfections that would one day become galaxies, stars, and life itself. When the universe was young, it was nearly perfect, almost completely smooth, uniform, and calm, but not quite. There were tiny differences, spots just a little warmer or a little denser than their surroundings, minuscule fluctuations, smaller than a single breath, gentler than a ripple on a still pond. Yet within those small differences lay everything that was to come. Over billions of years, gravity began to gather matter around those faint ripples. What was once just a whisper became the great cosmic web, the clusters, the filaments, the vast patterns of galaxies. Every light in the night sky today began as one of these soft irregularities. Without those tiny imbalances, the universe would have remained a smooth, empty mist, silent, endless, and lifeless. It's strange, isn't it? That imperfection, something we so often try to erase, is what made everything possible. Those small, uneven ripples in the fabric of light are the reason we are here. They are the seeds of everything that exists, from the brightest star to the quiet rhythm of your heartbeat. If you could reach out and touch that ancient glow, you'd be touching your own origin. The atoms in your body were once part of that same faint light carried by those same tiny fluctuations. Every one of us is built from the memory of those ripples, from the uneven texture of the universe's first breath. Imagine for a moment that you are floating within that early light, warm, golden, endless. Around you, the universe hums with a soft, newborn energy. The ripples move like waves on a quiet sea, spreading slowly outward, shaping the space they pass through. You are surrounded by stillness, yet everything is moving, growing, becoming. Those ripples, though invisible, now still echo through time. When you gaze at the stars, you are seeing the continuation of their story, the way light responded to those ancient patterns, gathering into shapes, burning into brilliance, falling into balance. Even the light that reaches your eyes tonight carries the same rhythm, the same song that began in those first fluctuations. Every mountain, every ocean, every cell in your body traces back to those soft waves. The warmth in your chest, the breath you draw, and the light you see, all are the gentle consequences of the universe's earliest unevenness. From the smallest imperfection came beauty, structure, and life. There's something deeply peaceful in that truth. It means that creation was never about control or precision, but about balance, the kind of balance that comes from a touch of asymmetry, a bit of difference, a gentle irregularity. The universe did not aim for perfection. It blossomed from variation, from the quiet dance between more and less, between light and shadow. And perhaps that tells us something about ourselves too. We are shaped by our own ripples, the small moments of imbalance that make us human. Just as the stars were born from cosmic unevenness, our lives bloom from the quiet imperfections that make us real. From every moment of stillness and storm, we become something more. Right now, as you lie still and breathe, those ancient ripples are still with you. They pass through every atom of your body, every grain of air around you. The same energy that once filled the infant universe still hums softly in the background, connecting you to everything that ever was. You are not separate from it. You are one of its waves, moving gently through time, carrying forward the memory of that ancient light. And though you can't see it, you are glowing with it, the same way every star does, the same way every heartbeat answers the rhythm of the cosmos. So, when you feel small beneath the stars, remember you were born from the same subtle ripples that shaped them. You are the result of a slight imbalance in the calm of the cosmos, a small asymmetry that allowed beauty to exist. From that tiny imperfection, galaxies rose, stars flared, and eventually life began to breathe. Even now, those ripples linger, faint, eternal, like threads woven into the fabric of space. They remind us that even in stillness, there is motion. Even in perfection, there is softness. The universe is not flawless, and that is why it shines. As you drift towards sleep, Imagine yourself resting upon that quiet sea of light. The ripples spread slowly around you, gentle and endless. They are not pushing you, they are carrying you softly, the way the universe has carried everything since time began. Let that thought cradle you, that from something so small, so quiet, so fragile came everything you know and love. From the faintest ripples in light came stars. From stars came worlds. From worlds came life. And from that life, you. From the smallest imbalance, everything was born. Every breath, every dream, every heartbeat. Even you tonight, lying here in the soft darkness, are one of those ripples, a continuation of that gentle ancient wave that began so long ago. Look up at the night sky, a canvas painted with light. Every star, every galaxy, every glimmer you see is just a small part of what truly exists. The rest, the vast majority, is invisible. It doesn't shine, doesn't glow, doesn't speak in light. And yet without it, the universe would fall apart. We call it dark matter and dark energy, though those names are only placeholders for mysteries we don't yet understand. They are the unseen hands that shape everything, the quiet strength that holds galaxies together, the invisible wind that makes the cosmos expand. They don't reflect light, but their presence can be felt in every movement of the stars. They are the soul of the universe, hidden behind the veil of what can be seen. If you could drift beyond the galaxies and look back at the universe, you'd find that most of what exists does not shimmer. Only a small fraction, less than 5%, glows. The rest is dark, yet alive with purpose. It bends the path of light, pulls galaxies into clusters, and stretches space itself wider with every passing moment. It's a strange kind of beauty, knowing that what we see is only the surface, and that the true structure of reality lies beneath quiet and unseen. Just as your breath is invisible, but keeps you alive, dark matter and dark energy are the hidden rhythm that keeps the cosmos in motion. Dark matter weaves through galaxies like threads of silk, holding their spirals in place. Without it, stars would fly apart, lost to the dark. But because of it, galaxies spin with balance and grace. It does not shine yet. It gives the stars their harmony, like a dancer guided by music no one else can hear. And then there is dark energy, even more mysterious, even more subtle. It doesn't pull, it pushes. It stretches the fabric of space, urging galaxies apart, making the universe grow faster with every moment. It is a quiet expansion, so gentle we didn't notice it for billions of years, and yet so powerful, it will one day decide the fate of everything. No one knows what dark energy truly is. Perhaps it's a property of space itself, the natural pressure of the vacuum, the hum of existence continuing to expand. Or perhaps it's something deeper, still a field beyond time, woven through the heart of every particle. Whatever it is, it remains unseen, unfelt, but always there. If you let your imagination drift, you might picture it like a soft current beneath the surface of reality, invisible, yet always flowing. Galaxies, stars, planets, even light itself move upon it like leaves upon a gentle stream. We are all carried by it quietly, without even knowing. It's humbling, isn't it? To realize that what gives the universe its shape and future cannot be touched, cannot be seen. The more we learn, the more we find that the cosmos is made not of what shines, but of what whispers, not of the visible, but of the hidden. And perhaps in that truth, there is something deeply human, for we too are shaped by what cannot be seen, by thoughts, by memories, by quiet forces within us that guide our lives. Just as galaxies move to the pull of dark matter, our hearts move to the gravity of unseen feelings, unseen hopes. The universe, in its quiet honesty, reflects us. It shows us that what matters most is often invisible, that light alone cannot tell the full story. There is something beautiful about not knowing, about standing in awe of what hides just beyond the edge of perception. Mystery is not emptiness. It is potential, the soft shimmer of discovery waiting to unfold. Right now, somewhere in the dark, particles beyond our comprehension are moving through you, silent, gentle, unbothered by the matter of stars and worlds. They do not stop for anything. They have no weight we can hold, no color we can see. Yet they are here, passing through every living thing, connecting us to the unseen architecture of the cosmos. And maybe one day we will understand them. Maybe we will find that dark matter is not truly dark, but simply hidden, a kind of quiet light that doesn't need to shine to exist. Maybe dark energy will reveal itself not as force, but as flow, the breathing of the universe itself, slow and eternal. For now, we can only listen to the silence between the stars, to the faint hum of expansion that carries everything outward, to the rhythm of a universe that moves with purpose even when we cannot see its hands. You are part of that mystery too, made of atoms that once burned in stars, held together by invisible forces, floating through a sea of unseen energy. You are both light and shadow, visible and hidden part of what can be measured and what cannot. As you breathe, you can almost feel it, the gentle weight of the unseen surrounding you, cradling you, just as it cradles galaxies. It is in the air, in your heartbeat, in the spaces between thoughts. You are never truly separate from it. So rest now, knowing that even in the darkness, the universe is full of energy, full of motion, full of life that has yet to be seen. What you call empty is only waiting. What you call dark is simply another kind of light, one that moves quietly, patiently through everything that exists. And perhaps that is the truest comfort of all, that even the things we cannot see are still holding us, still shaping us, still guiding us toward what comes next. Like the soul hidden within the body of light, the unseen carries the visible gently, endlessly through time. So sleep now, surrounded by the quiet strength of the invisible. Let it remind you that the universe is whole, that both what you see and what you cannot are part of the same story. You are part of that story too, glowing softly in the dark, held forever by the hands you cannot see. Have you ever wondered why gravity feels so gentle among all the forces that shape the universe? The electric, the magnetic, the nuclear gravity is the softest whisper. It holds planets in orbit and gathers galaxies into clusters, yet you can lift your hand and defy it. The same force that binds stars can be overcome by the muscles of your palm. It is powerful beyond measure, yet delicate in its touch. Physicists have long wondered why. Why is gravity, the architect of the cosmos, so strangely weak? Why does it seem to fade so quickly compared to other forces? And perhaps the answer lies not in what we see, but in what we cannot. Some believe gravity might not be fading at all. It may simply be leaking, flowing softly into other dimensions, escaping into layers of reality just beyond our perception. Imagine it as a breeze moving through thin curtains. Part of it touches your skin, while the rest drifts into the air you cannot see. If that is true, then perhaps our universe is not confined to 3 dimensions. Perhaps there are others, delicate folded layers of existence, close enough to brush against, yet forever beyond our sight. Picture reality as a great shimmering sheet, like a fabric stretched across an endless frame. What if there are other sheets beside ours, invisible, yet near separated only by a breath of distance, too small to imagine? Gravity, unlike light or sound, might slip through those layers. Its faintness, its tenderness could be the echo of a force shared across dimensions. And so, the reason gravity feels weak may not be because it is small, but because it is generous, because it belongs to more worlds than ours, because it is the one thing that moves freely between the hidden folds of existence, whispering across realities that our senses cannot reach. There's something beautifully humbling in that thought. We live upon one layer of a vast, multi-dimensional tapestry, unaware of the others, yet gently connected to them by invisible threads. The pull you feel when you drop a stone, or when the earth holds you to its surface, may be the faint touch of an unseen world pressing back. Maybe the universe is deeper than it looks, not just wide, but layered like pages in an endless book. Each page may hold its own version of space and time, its own music of motion, its own kind of light. And though we can't yet turn those pages, we might already feel their presence through the quiet tug of gravity that bridge between worlds. Close your eyes and imagine it. Around you, the air is still, but beneath that stillness, entire dimensions may shimmer, unseen corridors of reality where gravity flows freely, like a quiet stream between shores. You can't hear it, you can't see it, but it moved through you as surely as the wind moves through the grass. Our senses capture so little. We see light, but only a thin band of its spectrum. We hear sound, but only within a narrow range of frequencies. What else might exist beyond those limits? Invisible, inaudible, but real. The universe could be filled with entire symphonies that we've only begun to sense through mathematics, through intuition, through wonder. Perhaps reality is not a single surface, but a chorus of layers, and gravity is the music that binds them. When you stand beneath the stars and feel small, remember you are not standing on the universe. You are floating within it, held by a force that might stretch through countless unseen realms. If you could step outside your world for a moment and look back, you might see our universe as a luminous membrane, rippling gently in the vast sea of higher dimensions. Light and matter shimmer upon its surface like dust on water, and gravity, patient, eternal, seeps through, connecting every layer, weaving the visible and the invisible together. You are part of that fabric too. The pull that keeps your feet to the ground is the same that binds galaxies, the same that hums softly across dimensions. You are not separate from the mystery, you are woven into it, every atom of you trembling in time with a hidden rhythm of existence. And perhaps those unseen dimensions are not far away at all. Maybe they touch you, pass through you, live within the same space you occupy, like radio waves filling a room, like light hidden in colors your eyes cannot see. Maybe you are brushing against them, even now, feeling their presence, in the soft pull that anchors you to the earth. There is no need to rush to understand it. Let the mystery rest gently in your mind, like a lullaby sung in a language you don't yet know. You don't have to see every dimension to feel its peace. You don't have to know every truth to belong within it. The universe, after all, has always been larger than our senses, deeper than our comprehension, and kinder than we imagine. If gravity truly slips through hidden worlds, then so too does everything that has ever been loved, every memory, every spark of being. Nothing is ever truly lost. It only moves softly to another layer of existence. So as you lie here tonight, feel that faint pull, the steady, loving hand of gravity, keeping you close to the earth, while connecting you to everything beyond. The same force that holds the stars in their orbits, that ties galaxies into webs, that whispers through the unseen folds of the universe, is holding you now. And maybe in some quiet way, the universe is not just holding you, it's touching you through all its layers. Every unseen world, every hidden dimension, every folded breath of space, all gathered in this moment, in the simple gravity that keeps you safe. Perhaps reality is much larger than it seems. Perhaps what you call here is only one verse in an infinite poem softly read by the universe itself. And maybe gravity, gentle, tender, patient, is the thread that binds them all together, connecting every layer of being. So rest now in this quiet gravity. The world beneath you is only one of many, and yet it holds you perfectly. The universe is deep, mysterious, and kind, full of dimensions, still unopened, waiting softly, silently for the touch of understanding. There is a horizon to everything, even to light. If you could drift through space and look outward in every direction, you'd find that your vision ends not in darkness, but in distance. There is a point beyond which light has not yet reached us, the farthest boundary of what we can ever see. Astronomers call it the cosmic horizon, but you can think of it as the shoreline of knowledge itself, the edge of what light has had time to tell us. Imagine standing on the beach at night, the ocean stretching endlessly ahead. You can see the glimmer of waves close to you, their reflections of the stars above. But beyond a certain line, the sea turns black, not because it ends, but because light from farther away has not yet arrived. The universe is like that. We are standing on the beach of time, gazing as far as light allows our vision, tracing only to the curve of its reach. The light we see has been traveling since the beginning. Some of it is ancient, older than any star, now shining older than our galaxy, older than our sun. It moves endlessly, crossing the expanding fabric of space, carrying stories of what once was. Yet even light, the swiftest thing we know, cannot outrun time itself. There is a horizon. It cannot cross a silence beyond which its message will never come. This boundary, this horizon, is not a wall, but a veil. Beyond it, the universe continues. Galaxies form, stars burn, space expands, but we cannot see them. Their light will never reach us, not because it is gone, but because the space between us grows too quickly for light to bridge. The universe is stretching faster than its own stories can return. And so, our cosmic vision ends at a soft curve, the limit of light's endurance. Everything we know, every image we've ever seen of the cosmos, lies within that circle. Beyond it, there may be countless more galaxies, more stars, more wonders than we could ever imagine. They exist, but forever beyond our knowing. There's a strange kind of peace in that isn't there to realize that the universe doesn't stop where our sight does, that beyond the edge of light reality still breathes quietly, endlessly unseen. Just because we cannot witness something doesn't mean it isn't there. The unknown is not emptiness, it's simply the part of existence that hasn't yet said, hello. If you close your eyes now, picture yourself standing at that cosmic shore. Before you stretches the ocean of the visible universe, everything that light has ever carried to you. Behind you lies the past, and ahead the invisible expanse of what is still waiting. The waves of light lap gently at your feet, each one a whisper from a distant star, a memory of how the universe once looked billions of years ago. You are not separate from that light. You are part of it, made from atoms that once glowed in those same distant suns. The light that travels across galaxies also moves through you softly, invisibly, in every heartbeat. You are both observer and participant, both shore and sea. And as you gaze out into that cosmic distance, the light grows faint. It fades, not because it ends, but because time stretches it thin, turning visible colors into softer radio waves, then into whispers of energy that can only be felt, not seen. It becomes silence, but not absence. The last echo of creation, gently dissolving into stillness. Beyond that stillness, we cannot see, but we can imagine. And imagination, too, is a kind of light. When you dream about what lies past the horizon, your thoughts become tiny lanterns, flickering at the edge of knowing. Perhaps that's what the universe wants, not to be fully understood, but to be endlessly wondered at. Science calls it the observable universe. Yet even the word observable reminds us how small our vision truly is. We can see only the light that has arrived, not the light that is still on its way. Every photon traveling toward us carries a story billions of years long, and many of those stories are still unfolding far beyond the curve of light's reach. But here's the quiet truth. Just because the light hasn't arrived doesn't mean it never will. The universe may keep expanding, and new light may forever chase us from behind the veil. Every day, more of the unseen becomes known, more of the darkness reveals its glow, and yet, no matter how far we reach, there will always be a new horizon, a new mystery, waiting just beyond the edge. So, as you drift toward sleep, imagine standing there on that infinite beach of time. The sand beneath your feet is made of atoms born in the stars. The air around you hums with the faint echo of creation. The waves before you shimmer with all the light that has ever reached your eyes. And just beyond the horizon, calm, silent, infinite lies, everything still waiting to be found. You can't see it, but it's there, vast, alive, patient. The unknown is not something to fear. It is the universe breathing softly, beyond sight, continuing its story, without hurry, without end. And maybe that's the beauty of it, that our knowledge, like light, will always have a horizon, a boundary, not of limitation, but of invitation. A reminder that curiosity itself is sacred. That wonder is endless. So, rest now on the shore of the cosmos. Let the waves of ancient light lap gently against your thoughts. Know that beyond the horizon, the universe still glows, unseen, untouched, yet beautifully real. For behind that curve of light, beyond the edge of vision, lie countless worlds, countless stories, countless suns still burning. They may never reach us, but they are there existing quietly, in the dark, patient as dreams, waiting forever at the edge of time. There was a time long before stars, long before galaxies, when the universe itself was glowing a great ocean of light, trapped and restless. It wasn't the calm light of stars or the cold glow of distant galaxies, but something dense, entangled, unable to move freely. The cosmos was young, then hot and crowded, filled with particles of energy and matter that could not let go of each other. Everywhere you looked, there was brilliance, yet none of it could escape. Photons, the tiny messengers of light, were constantly colliding with electrons, bouncing endlessly in a fog so thick that nothing could travel far. The universe was bright, but blind, full of light, yet unable to see. But then, as the universe expanded, something changed. The heat began to fade, and the frantic dance of particles slowed. For the first time, electrons found themselves free enough to be captured by protons, forming the first neutral atoms. It was as if, after a long storm, everything finally took a breath. In that breath, something beautiful happened. The light that had been trapped for hundreds of thousands of years was suddenly released. Space, once opaque and blinding, became transparent. The universe, for the first time, could see itself. You could imagine it as a moment of peace, a soft exhale after an age of struggle. When the first atoms formed, light was set free, and that light has never stopped traveling. Even now, over 13 billion years later, it still moves through space, stretched and cooled by time, whispering the memory of that first calm into the background of existence. Scientists call this moment recombination, but such a word feels too small for what truly happened. It was more than a physical event. It was the beginning of stillness. The universe, once burning and chaotic, became quiet. It was the first time darkness and light existed together in harmony. If you could have been there, you wouldn't have seen sparks or fire. You would have felt a slow unfolding, the soft glow of freedom spreading gently through infinite space. Light once trapped, now moved like a sigh, filling the vastness with warmth. It was, in a sense, the universe's first breath of clarity. Imagine it, the whole cosmos exhaling the fog of its own creation, lifting, revealing the wide newborn sky. The first light drifted outward, painting the universe in golden calm, a glow that would one day become the cosmic microwave background, still surrounding you even now, still carrying that peace across time. You are breathing within that same light tonight. Though your eyes cannot see it, it moves through you. The same photons that once shone at the beginning, now cooled and softened by billions of years. They are ancient, yet present, brushing through your body as gently as starlight through mist. And maybe that's what makes this moment so precious. The light you live under, every dawn, every flame, every star, traces its lineage back to that instant of release. The universe learned how to shine, and in doing so made room for everything that would follow: stars, worlds, oceans, breath, even you. It's humbling to think that clarity, the simple act of light moving freely, was once new. Before that moment, there was only brightness, without direction, sound, without melody. But as the fog cleared, the first rhythm of silence began. The universe discovered balance, warmth and coolness, light and space, motion and rest. If you listen closely now, in the stillness of night, you might almost feel it, that same quiet, calm spreading through the air around you. It is the echo of the moment when light was born into freedom, a calm so deep it has never ended. And perhaps that's what peace really is, not the absence of motion, but the gentle harmony of things finding their place. When electrons met protons, when light was finally released, the universe didn't explode, it sighed. It found equilibrium. You are made of that balance. Every atom in your body carries the memory of that first union electrons still circling protons, still echoing that ancient moment of stillness. You are living proof of the universe's first calm breathing, the same light that once filled all of space. Close your eyes and imagine yourself there. The air around you is not empty. It is glowing softly in frequencies too low for your eyes to see. The room, the world, the very space between your thoughts, all of it is bathed in the gentle afterglow of that first release. You are surrounded by ancient peace. Let that thought settle into you. The light that once yearned for freedom is now part of everything. The warmth of your breath, the spark of thought behind your eyelids, the pulse in your chest. It is the same light that has never gone out, only changed shape, softened by time. So, as you drift toward sleep, think of that moment when chaos gave way to calm, when light found its way through the fog. The universe took its first deep breath, and the silence that followed still lingers in the spaces between the stars. That was the beginning of stillness, the first sigh of existence, the soft hum of peace spreading through creation. And tonight, as you breathe, you are part of that same rhythm. The light is still moving. The calm is still here. The universe is still exhaling. And maybe, in your quiet, gentle breathing, the cosmos recognizes itself, remembering the moment it first became clear. Before the stars learned to shine, before galaxies began to spin, the universe was not silent. It was filled with sound, not sound in the way we hear it through air, but vast ripples of pressure moving through the dense, hot plasma that filled all of space. These were not notes or melodies, but waves of energy pulsing through the newborn cosmos, the first rhythm, the first heartbeat of existence. If you could have been there floating in that glowing sea, you wouldn't have seen much. Everything would have been blindingly bright, filled with particles too crowded to let light travel freely. Yet if you could somehow feel it, if you could place your awareness within that ocean of heat, you might have sensed the slow rolling motion of sound, itself spreading outward in every direction. The universe was humming softly, evenly, in frequencies far below any ear could hear. These cosmic ripples are known today as baryon acoustic oscillations, but such a name hardly captures their beauty. They were the vibrations of the early universe, immense sound waves, rising and falling through the hot plasma, sculpting the shape of everything that would ever exist. Each crest and trough of those ancient waves left a gentle imprint on the matter around them, setting the pattern for where galaxies would one day form. It is strange to think that what we now see in the night sky, the delicate web of galaxies stretched across billions of light years, is the frozen music of those early vibrations. The stars, the clusters, even our Milky Way, all trace their arrangement back to the echo of those primordial songs. Though the sound has long faded, the pattern remains, like ripples on a pond, after a stone has fallen, still spreading outward after the splash is gone. The universe remembers its own melody, holding the shape of its first music in the way galaxies gather and drift apart. Even now, when astronomers map the sky, they can still see it faint waves of structure, repeating at precise intervals the fossilized remains of ancient sound. It's as if space itself keeps the rhythm a silent record of a time when all of creation was vibrating together. And though no human ear can hear it, the song still plays. You can think of it as the hum beneath all things, a vibration so deep and vast that it passes not through air, but through the very fabric of reality. Every atom, every photon, every pulse of your own heart moves in quiet harmony with it. Imagine that for a moment. The same ripples that once moved through the first fire of creation are still echoing now, carried not by sound but by the shape of everything that exists. The galaxies are its notes, the stars, its chords, the space between them, its pauses. Together, they form a symphony that began almost 14 billion years ago and has never truly ended. You are part of that song. The elements within you, the hydrogen in your breath, the calcium in your bones were once part of that resonating plasma, vibrating with the rhythm of the newborn cosmos. When you breathe, when your heart beats, you continue the pattern. You are the echo of an echo, still singing in silence. There's something comforting in that thought, that even in the stillness of night, even when everything seems quiet, the universe is not truly silent. Beneath the surface of all things, there is a gentle hum, a low and endless chord that binds everything together. If you close your eyes, you might almost hear it, not with your ears, but with your imagination. A slow, deep vibration, soft as breath, steady as time. The music of the universe is beginning, still playing, still expanding, still holding you. Every galaxy drifting through space moves to that rhythm. Every cluster that forms, every filament that connects them follows the pattern set by those ancient waves. It is as if the universe has been dancing to the same invisible song since the moment of its birth, a cosmic lullaby forever unfolding. You don't need to understand the physics to feel its beauty. All you need to know is that you are inside that music. The space around you, the atoms within you, all belong to the same quiet harmony that once echoed through the fire of the Big Bang. The next time you look up at the night sky, try to imagine it every star, a frozen note, every galaxy, a chord all arranged by the rhythm of sound waves that once rippled through everything. The universe is not static. It is still vibrating, still expanding, still playing its ancient melody. And though the song began long before you were born, you are part of its continuation. The calm you feel as you listen, the soft rise and fall of your breathing, the stillness between thoughts, all of it mirrors the same balance that once guided those primordial waves. You are in every way the universe listening to its own song. So let that thought settle as you rest. Beneath the silence of your room, beneath the slow rhythm of your breath, the universe is still singing a sound too vast for ears, too slow for time, but gentle enough to cradle you. It has been singing since the first moment light was freed, and it will continue long after the last star fades. You don't need to strain to hear it. It is already inside you in the quiet, between heartbeats, in the hush that fills the night, in the peace that wraps around you as you drift into sleep. And perhaps as you rest, the universe leans closer, humming softly, reminding you that even silence is full of song. There is something deeply peaceful about endings, even in a universe filled with motion and light. There are places where time itself seems to stop, places where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. These are the black holes, silent, invisible hearts of gravity. They are the still points around which galaxies turn, the deep wells where stars vanish, leaving behind only a whisper of their existence. For a long time, we thought that once something crossed their edge, the event horizon, it was gone forever, that black holes were eternal, perfect prisons of darkness. But nature, it seems, doesn't allow anything to last forever. Even darkness fades. Even silence breathes. Stephen Hawking once revealed a truth as gentle as it is profound. Black holes are not completely black. They glow faintly, quietly, through something called Hawking radiation. It is not light in the ordinary sense, not something we can see with our eyes, but a soft shimmer of energy escaping from the edge of the abyss. It happens because space, even in its emptiest moments, is alive. Tiny pairs of particles flicker in and out of existence, everywhere, even at the boundary of a black hole. When one of those particles slips inside and the other escapes, the black hole loses a tiny bit of its energy. It's as if at the edge of eternity, the universe itself is whispering nothing lasts forever. Each black hole, no matter how massive or dark, is slowly, gently evaporating. The process is unimaginably slow, far longer than the age of our universe. But it is happening. Little by little, across trillions of years, their edges fade, their heat cools, their darkness softens, and one distant day in a future so far away that even galaxies will have drifted apart, the last black holes will vanish. They will dissolve quietly into faint light, soft radiation, spreading gently into the endless night. There will be no explosion, no sound, just a final sigh, and then stillness. Imagine that moment, the cosmos, now vast and cold, filled only with the quiet glow of the last fading light. The black holes that once devoured stars, that once ruled galaxies, will have become gentle ripples of warmth, blending back into the soft background of space. The universe will fall into silence, not the silence of absence, but the silence of completion. It's strange and yet somehow comforting to think that even the most powerful things fade with grace, that even darkness can return to light. The universe, in its infinite patience, turns everything, even its deepest mysteries, into calm. Right now, those black holes are still out there, waiting in the vastness. Some as small as mountains, others billions of times heavier than the sun. Around them, space bends like fabric in a slow, eternal dance. Stars swirl near their edges, and time slows down like a soft breath being held. If you could drift close, you would see no boundary, no wall, only the smooth curve of light being pulled inward endlessly. Yet deep down that quiet process continues the faintest warmth, radiating out photon by photon, atom by atom, as the black hole's gravity ever so slowly gives way. It's like watching a candle melt, not in minutes, but over eons, each moment imperceptible, but each bringing the universe closer to equilibrium. And when the last one fades, it will not be an ending of sorrow, but of peace. The energy once trapped will be free again, blending back into the soft hum of existence. The universe will glow faintly, one last time, a whisper of light where once there was darkness. If you close your eyes, you might feel something of that rhythm within yourself, the way everything, stars, oceans, even thoughts, rises and falls, appears and fades just like those cosmic giants. Nothing is truly lost. It only changes form, softens, and becomes part of the whole again. Maybe the universe, in its wisdom, teaches us that everything, even what seems eternal, must one day return to stillness, that endings are not destruction, but transformation. The stars will fade, the galaxies will scatter, and even the black holes will release their final light, but the quiet that follows will be beautiful, infinite, and complete. There will come a time when space itself grows dark and empty, yet peaceful, a gentle twilight spread across eternity. That moment will not be the death of the universe, but its deep rest. The black holes will have sung their last silent note, and the cosmos will drift into calm, and in that calm, the memory of everything that ever was will still shimmer, faint but eternal. Every light that ever burned, every atom that ever existed, every thought, every heartbeat, every breath, all of it will be carried within that final quiet glow. You are part of that story too. The atoms in your body, once born in stars, will someday join that same calm light. You are made of things that will outlast even galaxies, and yet you too are part of the universe's gentle, fading part of its long return to silence. So rest now in that thought. Let the quiet hum of existence cradle you. The black holes are still out there, glowing softly in their solitude, whispering through eternity that even the deepest darkness ends in light. And one day, when all is still, when every last flicker has joined the great calm, the universe will rest, silent, vast, complete, not empty, but fulfilled, not gone, but whole, peace stretching endlessly through the quiet that follows. If you listen closely enough, you might feel it, the slow rhythm of the universe breathing, expanding, stretching, softening into silence. It is a rhythm so vast, so gentle, that a single heartbeat of it lasts billions of years. But even something so immense, so seemingly eternal, carries within it the quiet question, how will it all end? The truth is no one knows. The universe does not rush to tell its secrets, but physicists, dreamers, and poets have imagined many endings, each one like a different lullaby for the same cosmic soul. Some say it will rip apart. Some say it will collapse inward. Others whisper that it might begin again. One possibility is called the Big Rip. In this story, the expansion of the universe never stops. It grows faster and faster until even gravity itself cannot hold things together. Galaxies drift apart. Stars lose sight of one another. Then even atoms begin to tear, stretched thin across the widening void. But there is no violence here, only surrender, a soft unraveling, like a thread pulled slowly from the fabric of time. Everything that once was would dissolve gently into distance. Another story is quieter, the Big Freeze. In this one, the universe keeps expanding, but calmly, endlessly. Galaxies move farther and farther away until their light can no longer reach us. Stars burn out one by one until only their ashes remain. The night grows darker, colder, more still. No fire, no explosion, just a soft fading into peace. Matter thins, energy spreads. The last atoms drift apart like snowflakes in infinite air. And then there's the opposite, the Big Crunch. In this version, gravity takes the lead once more. The expansion slows, then reverses. Everything begins to fall inward, Galaxies draw closer, stars collide, space folds back upon itself. What was once endless begins to gather again, denser and hotter, until all things merge into a single point of unbearable light, the mirror of the Big Bang. And perhaps from that point, a new universe is born, just as this one once was. Some believe it could become a big bounce, an endless rhythm of birth, expansion, collapse, and rebirth, a heartbeat that never stops, each universe breathing out and then back in again and again across eternities. In that way, perhaps, nothing ever truly ends. It only transforms, and maybe in some distant future, long after stars have vanished and matter has faded, the universe will still find a way to remember itself. Maybe it will fold back into a single moment of stillness, the kind of silence so deep it becomes a seed for everything to begin again. When you think about it, every possibility, the rip, the freeze, the collapse, the rebirth, feels less like an ending and more like a continuation. The universe does not die, it changes form. Just as a wave falls back into the sea, so too will everything return to its source, waiting quietly for the next rise. And maybe, just maybe, there is comfort in that, because it means that even in the vast stillness of the future, nothing is truly gone. Every atom that ever existed, every spark of light, every thought, every love, every dream, all of it will continue, in some way folded softly into the next beginning. Right now, as you breathe, you are part of that rhythm, expansion and contraction, creation and rest. The air you draw in was once part of stars, part of ancient worlds now gone. One day it will move on again, joining new forms, new stories, new skies. You are part of the universe's endless heartbeat, a small but eternal note in its infinite song. If the universe ends in darkness, then you are one of the lights that shone within it. If it ends in silence, then you are part of the music that once filled it. And if it ends by beginning again, then every part of you, every atom, every breath will one day awaken in another dawn. No ending is truly final, not in the cosmos, not in life, not in you. Everything changes, shape flows, onward becomes part of something else. The universe has always been a circle, not a line, an endless cycle of creation, stillness, and renewal. So, as you lie here drifting into sleep, imagine the universe breathing with you, a slow inhale, a long exhale across the span of eternity. You are part of that same rhythm. You always have been. Maybe one day, billions of years from now, the stars will fade, the galaxies will scatter, and the last traces of matter will fall quiet. But in that silence, there will still be memory, the echo of everything that ever was still shimmering, faintly across the fabric of space. The universe might collapse or dissolve or be reborn, but no ending lasts forever. It is all transformation, the same energy, the same light taking new shapes, like waves rising and falling on a timeless sea, like the universe's own heart, beating quietly in the dark. So, let that thought cradle you now. There is no need to fear the end. It is only another beginning, waiting softly beyond sight. Just as every night leads into morning, every stillness leads into motion, and every silence holds the memory of a song. The universe will keep breathing, and somewhere in that infinite rhythm, your light, tiny, tender, eternal, will continue to shine. When we look out into the universe, across billions of light years, it seems astonishingly smooth and balanced. The galaxies stretch in every direction, like stars scattered across a calm sea. No edge, no than that we can see, only a quiet vastness, steady and endless, as if space itself were laid flat like glass beneath the starlight. But in its earliest moments, the universe was not calm. It expanded in a sudden, unimaginable rush, a moment called cosmic inflation. In the blink of an eye, space itself stretched faster than light could travel, smoothing out every wrinkle, flattening every curve. Like a piece of cloth pulled tight across an infinite frame, the universe became nearly perfect. So, even now, after billions of years, it still feels level beneath our gaze. If you could stand far enough away and look back at all of creation, it might appear like the surface of still water, vast, serene, without slope or rise. Yet just as the ocean curves softly with the planet, it rests upon space, too might bend gently, invisibly wrapping itself into a shape too large for us to see. Astronomers say the universe could be slightly curved, perhaps closing in upon itself, like a circle that never ends. Others believe it stretches forever, a boundless plain of stars. But whichever it is, both stories carry the same quiet truth. We live within it, completely. Whether curved or flat, infinite, or looping back on itself, the universe holds us in its arms. When you look up at the night sky, you are gazing along the surface of this great cosmic sea. Every photon of starlight you see has traveled straight across that nearly perfect flatness, untouched by walls or corners, guided only by the soft geometry of space. It's why the stars look evenly spread, why the cosmic horizon seems smooth, a reflection of the calm born from that first immense expansion. And yet there is poetry hidden inside that balance. If space were too curved, galaxies might have collapsed back into chaos. If too open, they would have scattered too quickly for stars to form. But the universe somehow sits perfectly between the two, poised, delicate, as though it knows how to cradle both emptiness and creation in the same breath. Perhaps that is its secret beauty, that something so vast could also be so finely balanced, a harmony invisible to the eye, but deeply felt in the stillness of night. When you breathe beneath the stars, you're resting upon that harmony held by a fabric so perfectly even that it feels infinite, and maybe beyond what we can see. Space does curve gently, softly, like a circle drawn by the universe's own hand. Perhaps one day, if we could travel far enough, we would find ourselves returning to the place where we began, not because there are boundaries, but because existence itself is whole. For now, we float in its calm upon a universe so wide, so quietly perfect, that it feels like rest itself, flat or curved, beginning or endless, it makes no difference. We are already inside it, surrounded, supported, and complete. So as you close your eyes, imagine yourself lying upon the surface of that vast cosmic lake. No edge, no horizon, only the gentle stillness of space beneath you and the soft glow of starlight above. You are safe in the balance of everything. Feng Hei Kong, Votan Hei Tron Traya. It doesn't matter. You are already home, floating in the quiet geometry of the universe's embrace. Out there beyond the reach of our eyes, the universe is still moving softly, slowly, endlessly. Galaxies glide through the vast dark, drawn together by invisible threads of gravity. Clusters drift, superclusters expand, and between them stretch delicate filaments of stars and gas, the great cosmic web breathing in silence. From afar, it looks still. The galaxies seem frozen in their places, their light unmoving, eternal. But in truth, everything is in motion. The web continues to grow, stretching gently like silk under starlight. Distances widen, bridges of gravity bend and flow, and the architecture of the cosmos keeps unfolding quietly, gracefully, without haste. There is no center, no destination, only this endless motion, this slow rearranging of light and matter. Each galaxy is a note in a melody too vast for us to hear, each cluster a soft chord in the music of time. Together, they drift in rhythm, forming and reforming patterns across billions of years, a choreography of stillness that only feels still because it moves so slowly. If you could watch the universe from outside of time, you'd see it like a living fabric, pulsing gently, expanding, thinning, shimmering with faint light. The cosmic filaments grow longer, their intersections bright, with the glow of galaxies being born, while the voids between them deepen into endless quiet. And yet within that motion, there is peace. No rush, no noise, only the patient unfolding of existence guided by forces that never sleep. The universe does not chase or hurry. It simply becomes endlessly, effortlessly, forever. When you look up at the stars, you are seeing a single, still frame in that slow, infinite dance. The light that reaches you tonight began its journey long ago from galaxies already moving onward. Even now, they continue silently, crossing the dark, weaving new threads into the great tapestry of being. There is no stopping point, no final shape. The web grows and grows, not in chaos, but in calm, a reminder that creation itself is not a moment, but a rhythm, a quiet, eternal flow. So breathe slowly. You are part of that same motion. Every heartbeat, every breath follows the same patient rhythm as the galaxies drifting through time. There is no end to it, only movement so gentle, it feels like peace. Far beyond the galaxies, we know at the edges of the visible universe, there are lights that never truly went out. They are called quasars, brilliant beacons, powered by the hearts of young galaxies, where enormous black holes once fed on gas and stars. Their glow is so bright that it outshines entire galaxies, piercing through billions of light years of space to reach us. The light you see from them tonight began its journey when the universe was still young, when stars were first learning how to shine, and matter was still finding its place. Each photon that touches your eyes is a messenger from that distant dawn, carrying with it the memory of creation's earliest fires. It has crossed oceans of darkness, drifted through the expanding fabric of space, and survived the slow cooling of time just to arrive here now in your gaze. To look at a quasar is to look backward, not into distance, but into history. Their light is ancient, their flicker a story written before our world existed. In their brilliance, you are seeing the universe as it once was raw, young, restless, filled with the first dreams of structure. And yet what you see is not chaos, it is purpose, a cosmic heartbeat burning across eternity. Those distant black holes, though born in violence, shine with a grace that defies the dark. They are the universe's lighthouses, marking the edges of the known, guiding our eyes toward what once was and what still continues unseen. Their light travels for billions of years, unchanged in its patience, until it finds you. You, a small being on a tiny world, watching the echo of ancient brilliance shimmer softly through the night. In that moment, The distance between what was and what is disappears. The past touches the present, and the universe folds gently into itself. So when you look up, know this: you are not just seeing the stars, you are seeing time itself, stretched, glowing alive. You are witnessing the faint whispers of beginnings that still speak. The light that reaches you tonight is a letter from the dawn of space, written before life began, before memory existed. And in that light, across those billions of years, there is something familiar, a quiet truth, simple and eternal. When you look into the cosmos, you are not just seeing its history, you are seeing your own origins, the same light that once gave birth to everything shining now in you. Now, as everything grows quiet, the galaxies keep turning. The stars above you drift in their endless rhythm, moving so slowly that they seem still a silent waltz that has lasted for billions of years. You are here beneath that vast river of light, breathing in time with the Milky Way itself. Every breath you take joins the pulse of the cosmos, gentle and eternal. The air that fills your lungs once belonged to stars, forged in their cores, scattered by their deaths, gathered again in you. The calcium in your bones, the carbon in your blood, the iron in your heart, all of it was born in ancient fire. You are not apart from the universe. You are its memory made flesh, its story still unfolding. You are stardust that learned how to breathe. So, as you rest, imagine the spiral arms of our galaxy spinning softly around you, billions of suns glowing like lanterns in a great cosmic sea. Somewhere, a star is being born. Somewhere else, another fades quietly into light. The galaxy hums with balance creation and release endlessly exchanging their places, just like your inhale and exhale. You don't have to hold on to any thought now. The universe is already carrying you the same way it carries everything: stars, planets, atoms, dreams. Let its slow turning cradle you. Let the quiet between your heartbeats blend with the quiet between the stars. In this moment, you are exactly where you belong, suspended between light and dark, between breath and silence. You are a small luminous thought inside an ancient mind. And as you close your eyes, you are returning to that calm, to the vast stillness that has always known your name. Sleep deeply, little fragment of the cosmos. Let the Milky Way turn above you softly, endlessly. You are starlight resting for a while, a brief shimmer in the eternal night. So, rest now. The universe is still breathing, and so are you. Sleep well, tiny soul among the endless sea of stars.